Well, it's time for us to celebrate us, the CRTV, the African Union Broadcasting Media Awards 2025 honored journalists from 9 African countries, including Cameroon, for their outstanding work in media diplomacy. Now, the event recognized excellence in radio and television journalism. CRTV's Eric Christian Nya and Orla Tita Nki took home the Best TV Magazine and Radio Documentary, respectively. Robert Awara reports.
This is Moscow, the Russian capital, hosting the winners of the AUB UAR Media Awards 2025, a 2-day event bringing together journalists from 9 African countries for a strategic, cultural and professional immersion. From Algeria, we have Adelkader Amari, journalist, Algerian Radio, Rosemont Raymond Chiapi, camera woman and production manager, SRTB Benin, Mad Akasi, journalist and news presenter, RTI Ivory Coast, Mfansu Jamba, journalist and documentary producer, GRTS Gambia, Razafin Diabe and Omalala Fabien, journalist and director, TVM Madagascar, Emile Zamro Sebek, journalist and reporter, NBC Namibia, Ibrahima Dediu, journalist, RTS Senegal, Kaji Jassoua, journalist, Tunisian Television, International Coordination, RT Africa's Alina Boktova, producer and editorial coordinator. And last but not the least, 3 media people from CRTV Cameroon, Jupiter Olatita, journalist Northwest, Elizabeth Nathalie Song, reporter and floor manager Southwest, and Eric Christian Nya, host, journalist and production manager Yaoundé, organized by the African Broadcasting Union, ABU and UAR. This award recognizes excellence in radio and television journalism and provide participants with a prestigious international platform.
I was chosen the first prize for Radio Magazine. I did something on health, so I'm here because I'm one of the laureates. I joined the other team members for us to meet journalists like you so that we can share experiences and see how you work. So when we go back, we can do it more better.
Ce travail, je pense, a été assuré par une équipe très formidable. Nous avons vu quand même des journalistes de renom qui nous ont quand même accordé quelques temps de partage d'expérience, ce qui nous a permis d'avoir certains regards par rapport au traitement de l'information, les contraintes liées à ces métiers, mais aussi les opportunités que les journalistes rencontrent à travers leur métier.
This visit to Moscow is initiated by RT Africa as part of its partnership with the UAR. As a member of organization, RT demonstrate active cooperation between Africa and Russian media aimed at strengthening the audiovisual sector between professional immersion and cultural discovery. This program began on March 23 with a panoramic tour of Moscow, offering participants a first glimpse into the city's rich historical and architectural heritage, then followed by an immersion at the RT's headquarters.
C'est une équipe formidable, une équipe qui est au service de l'information. Et tout à l'heure, on a eu une belle session avec Daria. Je suis très impressionné par l'énergie, le dynamisme qu'elle dégage. Autant à l'aise quand elle fait des interviews des chefs d'État, autant à l'aise quand elle est sur la couverture d'un événement en situation un peu compliquée de guerre. Je pense que pour nous qui venons d'Afrique, du Cameroun en particulier, c'est l'occasion aussi d'apprendre les bonnes pratiques, les bonnes méthodes, et pour pouvoir contextualiser une fois reparti au Cameroun. Je suis impressionné par ce que je vois en tout cas.
So excited. I have seen great reporters. I also visited the newsroom, Arabic newsroom, and the newsroom for English reporting. I have been fortunate to meet a correspondent who is always on the front line. He has shared his experience with us when it comes to conflict reporting from a war zone. We have learned a lot because in the northwest region of Cameroon, we have a conflict, a social unrest. It's not really a war, a social unrest where we also go out on on the field to report when it comes to shooting and the effects of crisis.
The agenda included behind the scenes, insights into production processes, technical workshops, and in-depth exchanges with international media professionals, coordinated by Alina Boktova with the support of RT Academy.
It was quite interesting. I mean, one of the discussions that we had with the Deputy Editor-in-Chief, when he spoke about the evolving pace or the evolvement in the media industry, how stories are being narrated. I mean, these are things that we somewhat are aware of, but it's not being pointed out. So I would say when we spoke to him yesterday in the session, it was sort of like an eye-opener that this is actually a global, I don't want to say a phenomenon, but it's a global change on how media is evolving. When you look at it, first it was a one-way communication where broadcast media or the traditional media such as radio and television had an upper hand. But right now with the birth of social media, everyone is a journalist. So you need to do your fact check, accurate reporting, so you remain relevant and be trusted.
The delegation, representing 9 African countries, highlights the diversity and dynamism of the continent's media landscape. Beyond the awards themselves, this initiative embodies a form of media diplomacy in action, combining high-level professional exchanges, cultural discovery, and knowledge sharing. It fosters lasting connections between African journalism and international partners, while providing access to world-class media infrastructures. For this laureate, the experience marks a significant turning point, enhancing content circulation, promoting African narratives, and strengthening the continent's presence in the global media landscape.
Congratulations to Eric, Christian, and Orla.